Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Kenna and I'm a Cameroonian YouTuber based in Douala, Cameroon. Please ignore the t-shirt saying King. I've been looking forward to where to do this video and I couldn't see it, so I just went into my husband's closet and took out his t-shirt. And honestly, this is not the first time I'm taking this t-shirt. Like, I'm always wearing this t-shirt because I think it fits me better. Okay, so today I'm talking about visitors ethics, like what to do when you go to somebody's house, what not to do, because sometimes I see some annoying house guests, annoying visitors, and I'm just like, oh my god, what can I do to them? Because if I was the one, I'll probably just strangle you. So yes, that's what I'm talking about today. And the first thing I just want to say is, when you go to Rome, do what the Romans do. Like, if you go to somebody's house and they say we eat only on the dining table, we wake up at 7 o'clock every day, we, like, each house has its rules, you just follow it. You don't go to somebody's house and they have their rules and then you're trying to bring your own rules from your house in that person's house. When you go to your house, you're going to follow your rules. When you go to somebody's house, just live the way they live and you're going to see that things will be so easy for you. I always say I can stay with anybody because when I come to your house, like, the way you people do things, that's how I do. If I take something from here, I ensure I put it back because I don't want anybody to start feeling like, when is Kenna going to go? Like, I'm tired, I don't want this woman in my house anymore, she's a bore. Also, there are some people, when they go to your house, they start rearranging. Take a chair from here, put there. Take a bed from here, put there. Take this one, put there. They're like, you don't know how to arrange, let me teach you how to arrange your house. I'm not saying that someone else cannot have a better idea on how to arrange your house. It's true, somebody could come with a good idea, but if you have to change anything in somebody's house, ask the person who has the house, like, don't you think that this table will be better here? Don't you think that this thing will be better there? That's the way it goes. Like, makes life easy. I had this friend of mine who used to visit me when I was in the University of Soa. Like, she'll come to my room when I go to school. She spent her whole morning carrying my things left, right, carrying things, trying to rearrange my house. And when I come back, I'm that person who doesn't know how to confront. So each time she rearranges, when she comes back, I take everything and put back in the position. The next day I go, she changes the position. You could go to somebody's house, for example, and a bed is, you see a big room, but the bed is at the corner, and you don't know why that person put that bed at the corner. Everybody has a reason why they put things in their house. Like, for me, there are things in my house in certain positions, not because I think that's the best position, but just because they are there for a reason. So you can go now, you see a bed in that corner, you're like, inside this big room, you start pulling the bed, and then at night you fall and rain bathes you. What will you say you are doing? Somebody could have pushed it like that because they know that the roof leaks and water falls on the bed. So you just have to stop this thing of going to somebody's house and you're trying to arrange and rearrange. It's not your house. When you go to your house, you can arrange your house. The next thing I'm going to talk about is those people who come and they are feeling extremely free in your house. I'm not saying when you come to my house you don't feel free, or when you go to somebody's house you don't feel free. You can feel free when you go to somebody's house, but the issue is when somebody says, my house is your house, feel free. It doesn't mean when you go to somebody's house you start opening all closets, opening all rooms, go into the kitchen, open the pot. What did you cook today? Take a plate, serve yourself, enter the fridge, take an apple, take drinks. Like, no, that's not what it means. Especially when you're not close to the person. What are you going to look for inside the person's closet? What are you doing inside the person's pot? Like, are you serious? What on earth are you doing in there? When you go to somebody's house, you have to be calm and composed, please. If somebody needs you in the kitchen, if I'm in the kitchen, I'll call you, come to the kitchen. If I want you to come into my room, if I want you to come into any part of my house, I'm going to call you. You don't go and then you're trying to, you say, no, I want to pee. When you go to pee, you now enter, open the kids' room. Your kids have this type of bed. Open and open. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to have good ethics. When I go to somebody's house, I sit. It's not that I'm not comfortable. I go, I sit. And I sit down. If you don't call me to come and do something, like, I could sit there till I leave. And I feel that that's how it's supposed to be. You have to be, yeah, be comfortable, but it doesn't mean that you start raiding the person's house. That's not how it's done. That's bad manners. Another thing is calling before coming. This one is something that is, like, I'll call it African sickness. People just bump into your house. They don't call. Like, I was in the neighborhood, so I just came to say hi. You see somebody, the person lives, like, out of town to come to your house, the person does not call you. The person is just like, I know Kenana, I'm going to Douala, she'll take me in her house, I don't need to call, she's my sister, she's my best friend, she's my this, she's my that. Like, It doesn't work like that. You have to call before going to somebody's house. People have their plans. You don't know what that person is doing. You cannot just pack your things to come and stay in somebody's house. You don't know what that person has planned. You don't know whether the person's house is full, the person has guests in the house. You don't know whether that person is not ready to receive you at that time. So I just think that that is a really, really bad habit that we have. You just get up and just go to somebody's house. Let's just surprise the person with a visit. You don't even call the person. You have to call people before going to their houses. It's true, there are some people that you're really close to, that you can know that you can go and visit them without calling. But most often, even if I'm close to you, I prefer to call. Even if it's your house that I go to all the time, I prefer to call you. Are you going to be available? Can I come today? It's important. That's like, it's visitor ethics. You have to know that you have to do that. There are some of these things that I don't even think that you have to be told. There are some days that when you come to my house, I'm not expecting anybody. You will ring that bell and go back. You have to learn to call. There are people that will come and ring. If you don't call my phone, right, to tell me, Kenna, I'm the one at the gate, you will remain there because I'm not expecting anybody. Why are you ringing my bell? The next one I want to talk about is visiting. People who visit who have children. If you take your kids to somebody's house and your kids are scattering the place and jumping, and it is your duty as the guest to tell your children, no, sit down, no, don't carry that thing, no, don't scatter, come, put the child to order. You don't expect the host to start shouting at your child, because there are some situations that people bring their children to your house and you're trying to correct them, like, no, don't do this, don't climb here, and the guest gets angry, like, why are you shouting at my child? So you being the visitor in somebody's house, you should be able to tell your children, like, you don't do that, like, correct them when they do something wrong. Because it's not everybody that feels comfortable when your kids come and they're scattering their houses. For me, if a child comes and scatters from now to tomorrow, I don't have any time, because I have children. I understand that that's what children do, but it's not everybody that understands. So you have to know, if you go to somebody's house, you have to be putting your kids to order. Don't leave your children to just go wild and you're like, no, not picking them. No, it doesn't work like that. The last thing I'll talk about is when you go to visit somebody and you people, like, probably you eat or you drink and you're many of you in the house, it's always good to offer to help. Like, offer to help to clear the table, like pack the plates into the kitchen, offer to help the host to wash plates. Offer, let that person be the one to say no. Don't go to somebody's house and you're feeling all funky and you're like, no, wash plates. When she comes to my house, does she wash plates? I should offer to help to pack the things. Why? Am I not a guest here? I'm a guest. It's the polite thing to do when you go to somebody's house and you people finish eating. It's the polite thing to do to say, can I help you? Even start picking up the plates to go. Let that person be the one to tell you that no, because sometimes it's very tedious, like especially if you go to a house where the person doesn't have any help and then you people eat. It's difficult for that person to start cleaning it up and washing everything. So you giving a helping hand could go the long way. Those are the visitor ethics I came up with. Guys, what do you think? Am I being dramatic, or you can relate to some of the things I just said? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you for watching. I love you guys for always coming back. Love you. Bye.